In 1815, William Blake made an engraving of the famous ancient Greek sculpture Laocoon and his Sons, now in the Vatican in Rome. 10 years later, toward the very end of his life, Blake transformed the image by surrounding it with text. This graffiti, a series of cryptic aphorisms, expresses Blake's opinions on money, politics, morality, religion, and art. I have chosen this piece because not only is it an extremely unusual work of art, but because it is also an eccentric work of art theory and art history. From an art historical perspective, Blake explains his idea that the sculpture is not, as commonly assumed, a representation of a scene from Virgil's Aeneid, but in fact a copy of a sculpture originally decorating Solomon's temple in Jerusalem and depicting God with his two sons, Satan and Adam. Blake believed that art was essential to Christianity, and that, as he writes, Jesus and his apostles and disciples were all artists. In the same way, Blake claims that a poet, a painter, a musician, an architect, the man or woman who is not one of these is not a Christian. We might add an art historian to the list, as Blake also states, prayer is the study of art. Following the romantic opposition between reason and imagination, Blake considers the route to heaven is through art, because art is the tree of life, whereas science is the tree of death. Finally, Blake explains his central theological idea. The eternal body of man is the imagination, that is, God himself. It manifests itself in his works of art. In eternity, all is vision. Blake therefore believes that God is an artist and that heaven is one big art gallery.